ride to the show and we'll fly. Yeah. You don't have to feel like you're on your own. No one should have to dance alone, not tonight. For somebody to make memories in a bank forever in time. There's no reason to be hard to find, 'cause we've already lost our mind. You and me, we're gonna write a little history. You and me, just show me love and then you'll see. We make, they are never gonna fade for a lifetime. We don't give no care if you wanna hide away. We just hide you trying to play. Second feels up in the memory bank.
Gazing further at the sky. Is it morning when my place is night? Is it raining when my place is dry? I wanna see, I wanna know what's on the other side, the other side. I wanna travel the world with you. What's on the other side, the other side? Wherever you are, I want you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Mini RPG of the Week. Delighted to have you all here for this one. First of all, quick correction. Yeah, I typed it in wrong. It's Mr. Biglew's and Yorsh is the one who did the scenery for this map, not Raceland. So hey, that's on me. Can you tell I'm still recovering from XP Evo? I'm not the only one. Joining me this evening, Turbo. Glad to have you again.
Can you tell that I'm still recovering from XP Evo? I mean, my voice is kind of done. I'm a bit ill, but thank you so much for the invitation. I'm looking forward to that. Was a blast on the weekend to have to just cast with you. Also, the grand final. I think that was the pinnacle from the whole event. And well, I'm looking forward to not play this event today because I played Cup of the Day. I cannot focus. Like, I'm just happy to just shit talk, lay back, meme around. Also about the announcement that is coming up today. But first of all,
Turbo,
how are you doing, man?
I'm good, but like the big announcement was just that we were having you on. Like that was it. So sorry everyone who came for something bigger. That's it. No, I'm joking. There is another announcement, a smaller announcement, maybe less important than having Turbo on. There's an announcement. It's going to be happening after we finish today. So if you are here now, make sure you stick around. Hey, make sure that other people come and check out the stream as well, because we do have a rather large announcement after Mini RPG of the Week finishes this evening. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm so excited to be able to share this with everyone.
Yeah, and I can confirm that it is a really large announcement. Something that was like, whoa. So look forward to that. It will be very, very nice. So we have edition 23 today, I think, from season 3 already. I mean, this has been ongoing for so long. So many events have happened. I did not play so much in the last couple of weeks, but the map that I played, I think you were casting together with Import. So how was that one for you?
That was pretty fun. Yeah, I was, and it was because Import was just continually making fun of you, I think, is what happened on the broadcast there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Import always do. And there you go. I think we're already now going live with a map because it's 8 or 7 for you probably. And yeah, good luck, have fun to all the players. We have 72 players on the server. If you want to play yourself, type an Mrotw in the arcade live room section and you will find the room. And then you can also play against your favorite streamers, players, content creators, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, great to see the numbers still high. You know, we hit the server cap a couple of weeks ago. It's been busy, but here we are into this week's map, Mrotw Gymnasium, and it's going to be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it looks already quite fun, and let's see here. Great scenery as well on this map. I mean, it looks to be a spawn that is somewhere on the floor, like maybe a custom spawn, but I expect the map with custom items. But looks great also with all the other stuff. I have the full all cam enabled. I'm just gonna roll around a little bit here.
Turbo, I need to call out BMX immediately. You can't just immediately hit the map with a minus as you load in. Okay, not this week.
I mean, BMX, you can also say it's skill issue.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna spectate BMX now on stream. Okay, let's see how much he minuses it after a couple of runs.
Yeah, I mean, why do you spectate him? You cannot learn anything from him.
It's so true.
That's how it goes, no? I mean, jokes aside, BMX is a great guy. I met him for the first time in Norway, I think, and there he really embodied the dynamic driving. Yeah. So driving 120 into 70 kilometers per hour turns, not in game. Yeah, that's what he did. So my guy's able to handle his car pretty well. But yeah, very messy map. You go backstage here as well on this map, and you have a mixture of like cool platform-ish blocks, but also quite pathfindy with a risky route by the looks of it, because I've seen Hazard just overtaking Nico Jim, who I spectate right now. And then there's also a wait. Oh my god, that's such a cool finish, no?
Yeah, so we haven't quite got to see the finish. There is the risky fin on the stream. Hazard going for it at the moment, and yep, that is narrow, I think is the best word for Turbo. That is probably one of the riskiest risky fins we have seen, but we're in a gymnasium, so it only made sense to go for a basketball hoop.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, you have to go for the 3-pointers there, and oh my god, Nico Jim is not able to finish there. I think maybe he missed a checkpoint or something like that. Let's see if it counts for him. I mean, we're not on the same player, but he just goes for the respawn. Maybe Hazard is a good player here to spectate.
Hazard has just managed to hit the finish, so we'll stay on board with Hazard for a second, and it's perfect because Hazard has just entered the GPS for us. So going to stay on board with the GPS and watch as we go through 2 GPS cars here, the mini RPG of the week Ultimate White and Black editions. Surely that has nothing to do with the announcement later.
I mean, the announcement, there's another announcement, guys, and that is that Boney, he does not know from that. He will join next week.
Yeah, that's actually the real announcement, is we're just going to be asking Boney to join the stream next week. So wrap it up, guys. That's all you need to know from this week.
Yeah, you can already leave again, guys. So that's how it is. No, of course. It will be a great announcement, and there you go. Neko Jim also went into the GPS. Actually, it's always so hard to find a player on the server if you are... Yeah, if you just want to spectate someone, but let's spectate some of the few non-French speaking players here. After the GPS has been
yeah, who you
finished.
feeling?
It is Marius89.
Oh.
Who also played the XP Evo event, and he won Cup of the Day.
Yeah.
I think on Friday it was.
Yeah, the special XP Evo Cup of the Day event as well. I don't think I actually got to talk to it. There's so many people I didn't get to see at XP Evo just because there were so many people there.
Yeah, I mean that's the same for me. You know, there were so many people like Zuzi, for example, who's a good friend from Marius as well. She was there, and I hardly talked to her. They were just the same 20, 30, 40 people that you talk to.
Yeah.
But then like Magi, for example, I've seen her twice, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is going on? Like, maybe that's one disadvantage from this event, that there were too many people.
I mean, it's a good problem to have at LAN, right? Is that you're like, yeah, there were just too many people I want to go to there. I think it's left everyone excited for, you know, potentially another event where people can meet up as well, if that is XP Evo again next year, or if it ends up being something else.
I see. I see. Let's see. I mean, World Championship is also going to happen next year again, so that's also a good shot. Or maybe the Arctic Gaming Experience.
Oh, that'd be sick,
yeah, and look at Marius. Marius pretty clueless right now, but now he finds the way. It's a very tight jump because you need to minimize airtime as much as possible to also set up nicely for that jump afterwards. And then you see that risky section here ending into the basketball ring, I would just say, ending... And Marius is not able to do that. Yeah, it's so hard. Also because it's a plastic transition. So Marius goes for the safe line, as always. But maybe it's not too bad, actually, for Marius to go for that one.
It's a full chicane there at the end. You're definitely going to be losing like several seconds over the risky fin here, almost, it looks like. Maybe a second and a half or a second. Yeah. But given how risky the risky fin is, I'm not going to be too shocked if we see a lot of people going for that risky fin, even quite late in the competition.
Yeah, I think so as well. This finish looks doable, but you also create a feeling like, okay, I bumped a bit to the left or right from the plastic, which can happen, or something like that. So you then can have quick fingers and maybe just jump into the safe finish, which also could be possible. I think, maybe. Yeah. If you just break beforehand and then skip the drift.
Yeah, I get like a kind of riskier version of the safe fin that's still not as risky as the risky fin is. Could be possible. It'll be interesting to see what players discover on this map. And I do want to highlight at this point, obviously, this is some pretty cool scenery around the place as well. All of the scenery for this map done by Yorsh. I did get that wrong on the intro screen, so sorry about that. But Yorsh has also said that all of the scenery blocks used in this map will be made available during this. They'll be released on item.exchange during the cup. So, hey, if anyone wants to build some maps using these assets, they'll be available.
Yeah, they're looking really cool, actually. I really like that, and also that they're customly created. So great job here from Yorsh and also Bigelus. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Great map. I really like this one. I would love to play this one myself, but I think if I were to play now, I would not be able to focus. So very nice map, and now I can just trash talk people. For example, my teammate Scandir, who also attended the XP Evo event. I hardly talked to him. I was literally downstairs when we had a little bit of technical difficulties, which did not happen, of course. No. But he was like, "Hey, Turbo," and I was like, "Hey, yo, Scandir, you're here," and well, that was it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that kind of sums up some of my interactions with people over the weekend as well, because you're just like, yeah, sorry, I have somewhere to be, or you're on your way to play or something right now, so cool to see you, and hopefully we find time to talk again. And then there just was no more time. Yeah, it's so sad sometimes, because I would love to spend like at least 10 minutes to talk to everybody who was there, like because it's so cool. Like then you of course have people like Legion, who was a bit more of an extrovert, you know.
Yeah.
And,
I think everyone talked to Legion over the course of the weekend.
yeah, and he definitely did not skip on any of the drinks. So
I have to be. Legion 2K was there, traveled all the way from the US, and brought a very large XP Evo flag with him for anyone who wasn't at the event or hasn't seen the pictures of it, and was trying to get everyone's signature at the event on it, basically. And I also did sign that flag, except I think I signed it at about 1 a.m. on the Friday night when we'd been in the pub for a little while. So, Turbo, I have to admit, I did misspell my own name.
oh, real? No way.
I went to write the N on Nualaic and I just wrote an M instead, and I was like, well, I'm Nualaic now on this flag forever.
Nualaic, dude. Nualaic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a little bit rough, but it was fine. Also, hey, yeah, Shaco was there as well. A lot of fun meeting Shaco, and Shaco was telling me all about his ideas for drunk Trackmania LAN, where all the players and casters have to be drinking the entire time, which I'm fully on board for.
I mean, that's the most Danish thing that I've heard. I mean, the Danes were already there at the Tracadia event, but also Siako built a map for, I think it was my 2022 competition or 2021. I always get confused with that. 2021 it was. So he's a great mapper, a good guy, and I talk with him way too little in this event as well.
Yeah, no, I got to have a few conversations with him. So at least, that was it. At least as casters, we were splitting our attention, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Usually that's the hardest part. When you are a caster or you forget to change your camera in the most important moment.
Yeah, that would never happen, okay? Listen, I'm gonna be flamed for that for so long. Oh, I was... Oh, so annoyed at missing that overtake on the bobsleigh. I got overexcited and my fingers were too fat and it ended badly for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, disastrous.
I'm just moving around, you know.
No, I'm not. Honestly, horrific performance from me in that moment.
Yeah, but I mean, you had one job and you missed that
yeah,
job, so.
I know. Well, that was the issue, right? I had two jobs, literally. I was casting and observing.
Yeah, okay, true. Let's see if Skandir goes for that. Okay, he does not go for that because I've seen people full speeding into the plastic on top and then you get bounced downwards. For example, Brinken, he goes for that one now. As I'm spectating him, maybe you can change the camera to him, but this doesn't look too bad actually. Like, to be honest, this looks quite fast. It's 0.4 faster than the thing that Marius has done. So great, I'm following Brinken, who's a very, very smart player. So you can learn something here. He's 0.8 ahead of Molle right now on the checkpoint. And let's see if Brinken can improve. Nope, he will not, but maybe you can see the line now that I was talking about.
Yeah, we'll get to go all the way back to the start and see what is going on with Brinken. I do want to highlight as well that the mapper, in this case, one of the two mappers, Mr. Bigloos, who did a lot of the routing for this map, reckoned that a 51.1 was going to be a very good time for the drivers on this one. Yeah. Currently, best time is sitting at a 48.6, Turbo.
Yeah, I mean, the author time could have been a bit more challenging.
Yeah, listen, I think there was an attempt at it, right? Like, I'm kind of interested. Is there something a little bit unintentional going on in one of these turns, or maybe just something that wasn't considered that the players are doing at this point?
Yeah, Brinken is gonna show you. Brinken is gonna show you that. Look at that. Boom. Zack.
Ah. I wonder if even just that, because that does look quick, if maybe a little bit less consistent. So, but I mean, that's not going to shave a full second and a half off, I feel like, unless this speed, you do carry the speed if you keep speed and that gap a very long way. So maybe that is helping quite a lot.
I mean, yeah, he has a lot of speed here, but I do not think that the speed helps because you have a quite awkward entrance there afterwards if done poorly. I mean, Brinken had way better attempts beforehand, but let's see. I mean, he could maybe even beat that time with almost 2 respawns there. But he will finish with a... Ooh. Okay, he will not finish. I mean, there you can see how hard it is to nail that one, but you have to release very, very much. Oh my god, what is he trying to do?
I think he's going for another roof it into the finish, right? He's looking for... I mean, in normal basketball, you know, using the backboard makes a lot of sense. In this basketball, using the car, I think it makes a little bit less sense, maybe, to try and go for the backboard.
Yeah, I think so as well. Also because the board is tilted, you know. Yeah. Usually, like when I was at school and we had sports, you know, I always try to like throw a ball or shoot a ball into that net.
Yeah,
always
when
try
it was
that.
like up and out of the way and still trying to hit the shot. Yeah.
And I
Did
did it once.
your gymnasium in school also have all of the balls stuck in the ceiling?
Yeah, of
course.
course. Yeah.
It's universal, like literally no matter where you are. I think it's probably the only thing missing from this map. I'll have to go and do an explore later, but I'm not sure there's any balls stuck in the roof anywhere, and that just means it's a little bit less real.
Yeah, true. It's not that realistic. Also, oh my god, there's so many things that could be added here, but of course it's too hard to really say that. Okay, who else do we have? Who could we spectate?
That's a great question. Goliath might be interesting. Goliath's been doing very well, or Artis is who I'm going to jump on board with, because Artis has been doing very well in previous weeks of Mini RPG of the week, and has a lot of the time been the player setting the fastest time on the server at the moment. Currently sitting in 10th place, but on a very fast run at the moment. Looking to potentially climb up into first place. Needs to nail the finish first time. Might have done it just about. Whoa. It is still going to be not quite fast enough for fastest time on the server. In fact, dropping a little bit down.
Yeah, top 10 for Artis. Also gets overtaken by Raceland. So he's 11th again. 900s of an improvement there for him. But still an okay run, I would say. But I mean, it's not about the local records here in the end before the warm-up. Or like in the warm-up, it's about consistency, you know? I had a strong time 2 weeks ago and I still went out in top 30. So this is what you have to nail. And I think Marius is a really strong contender every time for the victory on this event.
Yeah, especially with this finish being what it is. Marius is jumping around way too much at the moment for me to click on him. Nope, yeah. I missed again. No, he's gone again.
Oh my god, it's
Marius,
so
please.
terrible.
There you are.
Do that.
Yeah, especially with this finish being what it is, if you're a player who is good at kind of nailing down consistency, and Marius is that player, then potentially this could be a very strong week for him.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, maybe he even goes for the safe finish. I do not know what he will go for. Let's see this run here. Okay, he will go for the... I mean, he figured out an approach. That was a pretty good release from Marius. Maybe a bit too much there, but he did not get any more release timing throughout the air. So it's sometimes, if you have experience, I would say it's a pretty good jump to estimate, but then you can of course get a bit to the left or right due to plastic. But I'm still going with Brinken right now, who's on his last attempt, and see what he's able to pull off. But in general, we have a stacked player field. 93 players are on the server, so that is quite something to look out for.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week, and I'll be honest, I think this is going to potentially be a week of quite a lot of eliminations in round one as well. There's not many tricks that are very difficult, but I could see some players getting a little bit stuck at some parts of this map.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially in the jump. You can, I don't know, the first jump, you can already misalign it if you go too early. Then you have like a hard drop down where you can drop into the hole. There's so many things that can go wrong on this map. But let's see how it goes. We have a low elimination round. And you know what I always say with Marius? I bet on how many people go out in the first round.
Yeah, that's what we always do here as well. We've implemented it fully.
Oh, nice.
How many players do you think are going to go out this time around Turbo? Bearing in mind that we have 90 plus players in the servers to start round one.
I go with 15.
15 eliminations. I feel like I like that. I do like that. I will say I've been consistently underestimating the Mini RPG of the Week player base for a few weeks now. I keep going for higher numbers and then they surprise me. So I'm going to go a little bit lower than you. I'm going to go with 11 eliminations in round one.
Okay, that's fair. Imagine it would be 13. Let's see.
It could happen.
I think that's a good call. I mean, maybe people are eventually able to finish, but there's so many hard transitions. Finish time on is 55 seconds though. So I think 50 might be a bit too much.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get into round one. It is hard to call. And we have actually implemented as well. If you guess in Twitch chat or in the server, and you can see players guessing now, anyone who gets the correct number will get a call out in the winner's post as well on
that's cool.
on the Discord server for the RPG, which, as you say, is just a nice little mini competition at the end of Mini RPG of the Week as well. There's absolutely no prize for it. It means absolutely nothing. But ultimately, what does mean anything, Turbo?
Oh, Mario said the same.
Oh, he's changed to 14. He's gone one lower than you, just in case.
Wow, that's so crazy. Like Marius and... So Marius asking me if I want to go voice, but I'm casting, of course. But it's very cool because Marius and me usually, or like a lot of times, think alike, you know? And
Yeah.
that's just very cool. Just in the same moment, we were both writing 15. So, dude, if it's really 15, I have to shout out Marius for that afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And he had the same thought that I had. And if it's 14, you know, Marius has to be thankful that I was the person bringing him down to that one. But let's go into the first round because we have 91 players still in. 8 KOs are for granted. And let's see who will win the first round.
Yeah, let's see how things go. We'll stay on board with cars up near the front for just a second here, but once we get to this first jump, I am going to jump a little bit back because, listen, I think there's going to be a lot of players respawning here, Turbo, if we go and take a look at it. It actually looks like a lot of players making it pretty cleanly through that first jump, so honestly, maybe not that many eliminations.
Oh, surely no one will fill the end and reluctantly
No.
not want to go for the safe way. Now this will not happen. I see a lot of respawns. I also go with Wendigo, who you spectated at the start. But now Fishman Dog, what a nice compound name. Yeah, he's a fish, a man, and also a dog. I hope more a man than a dog in Trackmania, because right now it looks like not a man is playing. No, but jokes aside, let's see how many players. And that's what I mean. Wendigo did exactly what I was thinking about. You know, he released and then jumped into the safe ending.
Yeah, and it is absolutely a safer strat, but not as safe as, you know, going for the safe strat. It's nice. It means there is a third option here on the finish. We stay on board with Fishman Dog, and it may, honestly, that's a nice finish. 78th place, so it's going to be less than 13 players. It's going to be less than 11 players, I think, at this point. It'll be just the full 8. I told you, I keep underestimating the mini RPG of the week players, and they keep being way better than I give them credit for.
Oh yeah, and look who's already out Zinka, who's a good player from my understanding, as well as FloTM. So already 2 high caliber players being out. But yeah, it's 8 eliminations, not like 9, 10, 15, 35. So we're in for a longer one today, which is really nice.
It is going to be a longer one, and as someone points out, last week I think we had, what, like 30 plus eliminations in round 1, so this week is a little bit of a change up, but neither of us were here to see last week, Turbo, and so does last week even really count?
Yeah, does it even exist?
I don't think so.
Maybe you want to talk about your first impression seeing me.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I flew in to Cologne, and I arrived to the apartment, or the Airbnb that we were all sharing, at 2 a.m. after my flight was a little bit delayed. And as I opened the door with the key that was left outside for me, I walk into a dark house, and standing in the middle of a dark room, staring at me as I come through the door, is Looker's Turbo, wearing nothing except his underwear.
And you know what? Because Boney was snoring and I had no overpacks with me, so I wanted to crash on the sofa or at the sofa downstairs. But coincidentally, he just arrived in that moment.
It was such perfect timing, honestly. It was like 2 deer in the headlight just staring at each other in the middle of a dark room. Shako, I believe, did make it into the finish. Yeah. There's this finish line, it is a little bit forgiving. I think basically as long as you hit the hoop most of the time, a wheel will cross the line and you'll actually get in there.
Yes, and look who's in chat, Boney. You missed
Boney, I think
announcement.
We definitely were not both innocent. Also, yeah, Boney, you missed the announcement. The big announcement is that you're casting Mini RPG of the Week next week. So congratulations. It's a big moment, I know.
Yeah, it's a big moment. You should write that on your CV as well. You know, having that that option, that opportunity. Dude, my brain is still fried. Also, I hope you're doing good, Boney, because I think you have COVID. I did not test. What about you, actually? How are you feeling? Are you fine?
Yeah, my voice was a bit gone yesterday. I've been going to bed very early ever since I got back, but I did a COVID test as well when I heard, you know, there were some confirmed cases, and no worries so far, and I don't feel bad. So hopefully I've managed to dodge everything.
Yeah, I dodge everything like for the last 2 years. I think now it's my time.
Yeah, I mean, specifically this event was a lot of people crowded into a room, and you were doing a lot of talking and around a lot of people who were shouting as well. So it would make sense.
True. That is true. But let's go with Better Toast here, who's right
Yeah,
now in
I've missed him.
54th place.
Vanished
Okay.
somewhere into the mist. So I'm going to jump on board with Sidzer instead, who has been performing well in recent weeks of Mini RPG of the Week, but at the moment is a little ways down the leaderboard. I'll imagine that probably going to be able to make these places up without much of an issue. You can see it's just overtake after overtake through this middle section.
Yeah, it looks really good. Also, minimization of airtime is on point there. Just eating players alive in front of him, and now only needs to get that risky ending here across as people are slowly but surely into the finish line. Bellator's finish as well, and Zidzer is finishing as well. Oh, that was close. 42nd though. That's the answer to everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. A little bit of a Hitchhiker's Guide reference. Oh, no. Okay, I thought Mouton was out there, but did manage to make it through. I think we are saying goodbye to Shaco as well, unfortunately. This time around, will slip down into the bottom 8. We'll just assume that, he knew that potentially this map was going to be difficult and started taking shots a couple of hours ago for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Danes are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how they're still alive.
There's the specific story I love from Shaco is I cast the Danish championship a couple of years ago, and him and his friend, I wasn't drunk, but Shaco and his friend were like doing shots or taking sips of their beer for every finishing position they got, and it was rounds with 4 players. So if you came 4th, it was 4 sips of your drink. And they were planning to do the same thing for this year's Danish championship, but they didn't realize that the format had been changed, so that instead of 4 players, it was heats of 16 players. So all of a sudden, your potential is you have to basically finish your drink on every single round, which just gets real bad real fast.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend of mine who takes very, very, one vodka shot is like 3 or 4 sips for him. So, and then I completely obliterate, chuck 4 CL shot, in one sip. But I mean, there's always a different explanation for a sip. Also, Better Toast here, risking a lot. Rushes B and Scandi wins the round, so not looking too bad. Better Toast goes for the risk and tried to hit the basketball, not the net, the thing on top. The
backboard?
The backboard, exactly, yeah. Dude, I'm still fried.
It's so fair. I will note that in that round, Scandir set the best time on the server if he didn't already have a better time. So Scandir now has at least 2 times that are better than anyone else on the server.
Yeah, insane. Good job from Scandir now on another level, but usually players will learn fast, and it's about being consistent, because having the fastest time, of course, applies a lot of pressure onto you as well.
Yeah, it is difficult. I mean, that's one of the other things that I like doing kind of at this point, as maybe we start to see the rounds slowly get a little bit more dangerous, is take a look at the current top 5 Turbo. Scandir, Gunshore Gun, and I have no idea if that's someone I just has name changed or someone I just have never seen before in Mini RPG of the Week. Marius, Vortex, and Ice. And looking at that top 5, would you have any predictions for which of them is going to be the first to be eliminated?
Oh, the first to be eliminated.
Yeah.
I go with Gunshore Gun.
Is that because you've also never heard that name before?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Fair enough. Yeah, honestly, it's
you?
fair. I'm going to go for, I think, possibly Vortex in this
I would
one.
have said the same.
Yeah, I
That would
think
be my second pick.
I just kind of obviously, Marius, Mr. Consistent. Scandir is just incredible at Mini RPG in general. And I think Ice has also performed very consistently in this tournament in particular. So it's nothing against... And the problem is I just don't know who Gunshore Gun is. And also you already picked him, so I don't want to do the same one. So
Scandir, what the hell are you doing? 47.8. All right, man.
He's untouchable right now. He's going to run away with it again.
Yeah, he's crazy, but I mean, no one really right now getting eliminated. I mean, I know Sensei Ali. I know him.
Yeah.
I think he's a mod from a streamer that you might have heard of, from Sneaky Annie.
Ah, okay. That's cool. It's
he will be out.
That was the nice thing as well, was like meeting, people who mod for people as well. The guys who aren't normally in front of camera or whatever. I think it was like you met Nalex, who's been modding your stream for a long time, things like that.
Yeah. And he was so proud of all of his performances.
Yeah.
But, the fun thing was, like, people coming up to me and were like, oh, yo, Turbo, thank you so much for the caps. I'm going to look into that. And I was like, yeah, I'm just spectating the server, right? They just used my account.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's it. Turbo gets credit for every single match this weekend. Does that also mean that you missed the bobsleigh turn?
True. Oh yeah, true.
Wasn't my fault. That was Lucker's turbo.
Yeah, it was Lucker's turbo spectating.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
True.
we're on board with a mini RPG of the week regular, Jaxie, who has survived up to nearly the top 50, but will need a good jump and just respawns instantly. Was way too low entering that jump, and so now going to need some good driving through the rest of the map.
Yeah, and also here, barely able to make that jump, but we've seen a lot of respawns.
Lot
in
of
this
respawns.
section. So look at that, 48th position it is. The timer is still ticking upwards on those red positions. So Jaxie has 2 seconds to spare with. We have a Swiss goalie. Let's see if he's a keeper or if he will get eliminated in this round. Yeah, let's see. As Jaxie tailors themselves nicely through those turns. Swiss goalie as well is not throwing it away like the one or another goalie. Maybe you know Karius from Liverpool back then, and the Champions League final.
I'll have to admit, I'm no football guy. Seafill
was a German.
No, sorry, I'm just looking at Seafill, who, yeah, I feel like Seafill was going for some wild rerouting.
Oh my god.
And right now,
no.
it's not working out so much. But, Turbo, this has been Seafill's thing in the last few weeks. I feel like the last 2 months, where Seafill just goes to try and find a reroute. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And then most of the time, whether or not it worked during rounds, he will go and find the world record as soon as the week ends.
But that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That is very nice. But, I mean, it did not work out eventually. Taking the checkpoint now, it's like, oh, look, my no respawn time is 45 seconds. Yeah, that's always like that. But no, Karius was like a German goalkeeper, playing for Liverpool, coming with Jurgen Klopp to Liverpool. He played the most important match, and he choked it away. Ooh. So he became a meme. So that's why, you know, goalkeeper, goalie, and all of that. Well, anyway, let's go into the next round.
Yeah. Hey, there is an Irish flag in the server. It's split. Just for the Irish in chat. There's a little bit of representation still going on here. So we'll see how far Split can make it tonight. At the moment, looking pretty safe in this round at least. And that jump looking okay. It was kind of splits the difference between going for the roof hit there and actually, you know, just going for the jump. It was very high to just be jumping up. It was a little bit low to be going for the roof hit.
Yeah, good joke there. I have to say that.
Would you believe I did not mean it?
Yeah. Okay. What is the word of the day?
Oh God, hang on. Where's my phone? We gotta look up the word of the day. Nepotism.
Nepotism. Wait.
Nepotism. That's a banger word of the day. And I mean, maybe it is a little bit of nepotism. I can't
pronounce that because I feel like a fever dream today.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. Maybe it is nepotism that I'm spectating Split exclusively for the next couple of rounds. You know.
I see. Yeah. Okay, I see what the word.
Because Ireland's a small island, so we must all be related.
God, I literally just can't, man.
That was actually quite close at the end of that round. Swiss goalie had to respawn, and in the end, only just finished in front of Pun Pun, who did end up nailing the risky fin on the first try. So
Milne's out.
And it is going to be Milne eliminated as well. Jam gone too. Wallagen gone as well. Pretty tough round. Oh no, it was just pressing circle after the round ends and the server decides to pretend that you've been eliminated.
Nah, yeah, I thought for a second that Mimi just had the DNF bug, but he's a really good player. Coming from Turkmenian Nations and Turkmenia 2 as well. He says that he's hindered by his PC performance, but I mean, now he's out, so you can see it's skill issue, but no, he's like a very, very cool guy, IRL. Like in voice or like on the Twitch chat, he can sometimes troll a bit, but he's a great one.
Yeah, I feel like that describes about half the Trackmania community anyway, you know. There do be a little bit of trolling going on at times, but it's always, most of the time, in pretty good fun, which is, it's nice. I do see Jaxie stationary on the middle of the track there, so we'll jump back and see what's going on back there in a second. Subway TM, currently cruising on through just behind Z-Cub, Neko Glacia and Dutch behind as well. The players currently in the elimination zone, but they'll manage to overtake a few people.
Subway with a good line there, and then we have Cody in there as well. So whoever makes that risky jump will be in by the looks of it. There's a lot of respawns. Subway goes for the safe approach. Yellow submarine, and there you go into the yellow sign. I don't know. I just want to leave that one in.
Yeah, submarine. Yeah, we should definitely try and sing at this. I should definitely try and join in singing because there's no problems with singing over Discord at all. Yeah. Never been an issue.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm thinking about how sad it is that Jaxie's been eliminated in this round. Calls it a choke, but you know what? Sometimes these things happen. It is going to be 4 more players down. We are into that part of the match by a ways where only 4 players get eliminated, and we're kind of about halfway through the field at the moment.
Yeah, let's go into the next round. It is round number 10. So Mana not starting here. Okay. Waiting for Mana. Mrotw also with a late start. So we see 2 players not with the best start here. Maybe Mana just disconnected, but let's go with Mrotw now and see if he can catch up and see if the players have to respawn. That's always a good thing to have. Mrotw, a good player here from Gravity, finds himself on the white spot again, so he's not getting eliminated. But Mana with the DNF, so he will blame the internet or something about that. Right, but also Corzo with the respawn, and we see Subway on 40th. That's not the best way to crash just before the freewheel.
No, it's usually the worst way, in fact, is getting big slowdowns right before a freewheel, and going to struggle to get back all the way up to speed here, but is at least moving quickly. Needs to overtake 1 person at the end, but with the risky fin being what it is, that is not the impossible task that it might be on some other map. Subway looking for someone. Tomoda's is going slowly, but Subway Clips will have to go for the safe fin, is hoping that someone's failed the risky fin, and they have. Pash, I believe, failed the risky fin, or Tack, or Habe. I'm not sure who it was, Turbo, but there has been a failure. Subway will stay alive in 39th.
Yeah, also due to Mana's DNF here, because he did not start. So Takun's also one of the better players from France, is out as well, and gets that 41st place pass for Team B2, formerly known as Bavaria 2, is out as well. So top 40 it is. Let's see if we can spectate now that the player field is like a bit more, like, you can overlook a little bit better, let's say like that. But let's go with the Vortex. This round right now in 22nd place. Maybe
I'll find him. I'll find him.
27th now.
I found him. Yeah,
Very
this was my prediction for the player who was in the top 5 earlier to go out first. I believe Gunshore Gun is still in as well, so your prediction not true just yet. In fact, there he is, right behind Vortex at the moment, and staying alive for the time being. And Vortex climbing pretty cleanly back up the standings at the moment.
Yeah, did not have the best start, and also Hazard came back quite nicely right now in 2nd place. So he knocks out Marius out of the top 5, as well as Tanix, who was in there, Milmi as well. So Vortex and Ice have not really been improving too much in the last couple of rounds, but Vortex nails the risky. Molle on 15th. And let's see who gets out. Liker, oh, quite big name there on 37th. Will he be in? No, yes, he will actually. He's the last person to be in. The Swiss goalie's out. Lucas as well. Maxime and a player from Belgium as well. So, yeah. GG's.
And we have been asked by Jaxie in chat how this map fits into the overarching lore of Season 3, because there has been overarching lore, Turbo. There's a whole story going on at the moment about an evil mining corporation in space who has been stripping planets down. But I'm just going to say, this map, it's in a lore all of its own. This map is part of the mini RPG of the week lore, and that is all going to tie in to the announcement that we have at end of stream. So make sure you stick around until the end of stream to catch that announcement, because again, I can't stress this enough, I'm incredibly excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited as well. You know, Boney already boot up the game for next week. If your replay folder is not too big, it can also be done after that. But let's see, SoftDD also playing from Finland. And we also had a lot of Finnish players actually at the XP Evo event. I talked to Vekisus, and then of course we had SB Villa as well helping out. But then also a lot of others, as well as ours from Lithuania, I suppose. So there were quite a lot of international people in there. But let's see what SoftDD is doing. Will he get the W? Yes, he will. And he will get that last spot as well. So wow, I've been really on point with getting those orange positions.
Yeah, it's been ideal for you. Unfortunately, as we learned at XP Evo, I'm a much worse cameraman than Turbo. So yeah, maybe next time we get Turbo to do the camera work here. But hey, for the meantime, it is getting closer here down towards our 2-player eliminations. Only about 3 or 4 rounds left of 4 eliminations to go. And from there, things get incredibly spicy, as we will have one pretty brutal round of 20 players.
Sorry, just had to cough. Yeah,
understandable.
The coughing hits different, but yeah, who to expect that? Maybe Yosu is a good pick here. Yosu always also showing up a lot in this event if he has the time, if he doesn't have to work. So the Swedish player usually plays together with Brinken, I think. And Yosa with a good line over that freebird section. Of course, you need to make sure to not get a slide there or something like that. And also make sure to control your car. Yosa not with the best speed there around that section, dropping down to 20 seconds. But I think he's still looking strong to make it into the next round.
Yeah, going to leave Yosa behind because Corzo currently having some issues, sitting in 31st place. And honestly, I'm not sure there's going to be enough track left for Corzo to catch enough players to make it through from this round. So this could be the end of this week for Corzo, who is dropping down towards the finish now. Needs to nail this risky fin to have any chance at all and hope for a lot of eliminations. Shine bounces out and Corzo will end up in 29th as Shine and Byron, both DNF'd, and Goliath finishes in 28th.
I mean, he still caught up 2 people. I was a bit surprised by that, actually. But now it's getting a bit more serious, you know? Now more players can be caught off guard, especially in the last 3-4 elimination rounds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They get kind of particularly brutal down around here, especially that last one when you are eliminating like 20% of the field. When there's still quite a lot of people left, it tends to be around where you see someone make a mistake that would have been fine only 2 rounds ago, and all of a sudden they're just gone, even if they're a top player.
Same with a top 64 round, if there's 8 KOs.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of surprises in those kind of rounds as well. So,
absolutely.
Always be careful with that, and make sure to never give up, because so many things can happen. You know, just play calm and collected, try to not make another mistake, and then it can work out eventually. But currently I'm following Artis, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Marius, oh my, what is happening? Tunix as well, dude. What is that bottom 4?
Britney's gears. Oh my god. It is a wild bottom 4. Marius has escaped, so is Tunix for now. Artis needs failures, is going to overtake Britney's gears on speed. Alcatraz has missed as well. Artis didn't quite manage to overtake Britney's gears, though, who just about had a better line at the finish. And either way, both of them were eliminated. Turbo, what a wild round we had. That one was crazy, and I do want to... No, you're fine. Don't worry about it at all. Turbo talking there about how you never want to give up in Mini RPG of the Week, or in any of these rounds as well. But I think especially on Mini RPG maps, we do see those mistakes right up until the end. And I will never forget the fact that literally, like, week 1 of Mini RPG of the Week, all the way 18 months ago, we had a round in the top 3 where one player DNF'd, and then someone failed the finish line like twice and lost more time than the other guy had ended up behind.
Nah, that's a pretty unfortunate moment. So sorry, I was just interrupted there. And let's go into the next one. Also, Subway TM still in. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not anymore. Yeah, could be tough. Beta Toast currently in the hot seat, but will overtake Split and Nita with a lot of speed through that section, and overtakes Yogg as well. So jumping back down to the Irish car. Split with a rough bounce through the middle there. I think at this point is suddenly relying on mistakes at the risky fin from players in front, because it's lost a lot of speed and a lot of distance. It'll definitely happen, but still need to nail it. That looks good. It looks high. It's out. Split will miss, and Yogg is looking to take the final place. No, he's missed as well. Yogg eliminated. Split made it through on the 2nd attempt.
Oh, Split there, a bit too ambitious and not releasing accordingly, but still gets the jump afterwards. And it's Cody, Yogg, Subway, and Sideser being out. So top 20 for them. We have 90 more players, and we have the last 4 KO rounds happening in Skandir. Like, how many rounds did he win? The question is, how many rounds did he not win?
I honestly, haven't really been tracking that, but I get the feeling that Skandir probably has just been winning nearly every round. He tends to do that when he shows up for Mini RPG of the Week. He just kind of shows up, sets the best time on the server, and then continues to dominate from there.
Yeah, he's 0.6 ahead of Hazard, so he probably has figured something out. And if you see that 48.3, it's like the gap from 1st to 2nd is the same as from 2nd to 11th. What the hell?
Skandir guy.
That's unfair.
Slow
unfair,
down, man. I do like, we were questioning, like, oh, who's going to be the first of these top 5 to maybe go out? And, like, neither of us, for I think even half a second, considered Skandir.
Yeah, true that, because Skandir is just a machine.
Yeah.
He's very consistent. He's super fast. He's a trial player. He's a cocky player. And he's in the Challenger League. And, I mean, they happen to get 1st and 2nd as well. You know, he qualified for Ascension, the 1st edition. The 2nd one, he unfortunately did not qualify to. The 1st one, his teammate got through, Wosal. Yeah, so Scandir, quite good player.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Like that.
BMX, also a solid player, great caster as well when he came on. Gunshore Gun, only just in front though, and Turbo, your prediction right now, it might come true. Gunshore, if he misses, I think he's missed, no he's in! BMX will hit as well, and BMX just loses out on making Turbo's prediction come true.
That was really close. I thought for a second he would not finish, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Was Tunix
Yeah,
in the top 5 at the time that we said when we made our predictions?
No, she was 6th.
He was 6th, yeah. The top 5 was Scandir, Hazard, Marius, Vortex, and Gunshore Gun, I believe. And you predicted Gunshore, I predicted Vortex, and all 5 of those top 5 are still in the competition. That is going to be our round of the final round of 4 eliminations ending as well, with a pretty brutal colour of the field. Tunix gone, Tamod gone, Maul gone, and BMX eliminated as well.
Okay, well, let me quickly. Gunshore Gun, Marius, Scandir, Ice, and Vortex.
Ice and
Hazard
Vortex, yeah. You're right. It was Ice at the time.
Yeah, Vortex is still in. Ice is also still in. Okay, well, then everyone's still from the top 5 from, like, when you asked. Is still in.
Way earlier.
But who's not in this round is Jet Dark Titan, who has to go for a respawn. Soft ED drops down to 11.
Oh, disastrous for the Irish fans in chat, and me as an Irish fan as well. Split is going to respawn again, and honestly, I think Split's race may be done for this evening. Jet Dark Titan, the player kind of sitting on the edge at the moment, but with nearly a 5-second gap behind. All of these players, they just need to keep it safe to the finish. They don't need to really keep massive speed. They just need to make sure they don't crash.
Yeah, that's really important. Just take it safe. You know you have 5 seconds. You can even go for the safe approach. And look at that Beta Toast with a good time. He Yoso clips there. Let's see. Will he make that jump? Yes, he will. He went for the safe approach. So the jump into the safe finish. And it is Nida and Split eliminated. So quite large gaps here. 13 seconds behind the leader. Scandir with another great time. Hazard 1.2 seconds behind. And also Gunshore Gun on 4th. And then Marius, again, sneaky behind. He can perform. And who do you take for the prediction for the first person? Like, who will win
to come first?
Yeah, to come first, yeah.
I think it's more interesting if we predict who's going to come second, honestly. Because I feel like we're both just going to say Scandir for first, right?
I mean, Scandir Hazard final it will be.
Yeah, that seems like a safe bet. For me, maybe Marius is the dark horse there, just because he's so consistent under pressure in this competition, and like he is just so consistent. But Hazard kind of nears the same level of consistency in mini RPG.
Yeah, and he can also push if he wants to. So
yeah,
Hazard maybe on a good time right now, as Yoso and Beta Toast are quite far behind, 6 seconds respectively. Oh, and someone crashed there. Oh, was that Scandir?
No way.
Yes. Okay, but Scandir still has, like, Scandir
time to work
quite
with.
Big.
Yeah. But versus crashing on the half pipe or the quarter pipe jump at the start, which I think is where a lot of those crashes happened. Scandir's mistake cost about 4 seconds. Some of those other players, Beta Toast and Softy D, cost about 8 seconds or more, and they're still losing time. Scandir will, of course, just then nail the risky fin. Absolutely no problem, which means it is up to Beta Toast to get through the line, but Yoso had already finished, which means Beta Toast and Softy D eliminated just outside the top 10.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. One mistake is now detrimental and will be punished with an elimination. So Beta Toast and Softy D, Finland and Germany have to say bye-bye. Yoso again taking that hot seat and is still in on 11th. But I mean, Scandir, you could see like how much time you lose if you crash in that freewheel section.
Yeah, lost, I think, immediately about 6 seconds. So a big one, and I think possibly one of the final rounds where you will be able to get away with a mistake like that. So Scandir needed one mistake. Everyone needs at least one mistake during a competition like this, I feel like. So Scandir got his out of the way before it really mattered, and will be looking to push for a very, very strong result tonight. Yoso has, unfortunately, made a mistake right at the start line, even before we get to that quarter pipe, and is going to be playing from a long way behind. Do we see anyone upside down as we go through the jump? Nobody there, but Ice is fine. He's still in front. I saw him drop down at the bottom too, and I got nervous that he had, in fact, missed the jump altogether.
Well, Vortex also now falling behind. Gets the slowdown there as well. Marius Marius with a slowdown there as well. I'm not sure what happened there to Marius, but now he needs to rely on a mistake. But also Liker with a mistake. What is going on here? So many mistakes in this bottom field. And it will be Liker versus Marius for that last spot. Unless no one fails the risky ending, which could happen. But Liker, lagging a bit. And he will still be
Vortex.
Vortex, who's out. Vortex is eliminated. So your prediction,
Not like this though, man.
What happened?
Honestly, it's so hard to tell. There's people crashing all over the place as well. And Vortex, the big loser on it, unfortunately, still makes the top 10. Will still feature on this week's Liquipedia page. So that's nice, at least, for Vortex on this one. And we are into the top 10. 2 more rounds of 2 eliminations, and then we're into our top 5, and we are into single elimination. Sapphire with a couple of little clips there as well. The other player to do so is Hazard, who's going to be losing a little bit of time to start. Another clip from Hazard as well, losing a lot of speed off the start line.
Yeah, I think Hazard is a very good POV to follow because he can just catch this one up here with sheer pace. Already Sapphire's in there. Hazard coming closer, did not get the best entry there into the turn, so he lost a lot of speed. Did not really catch up too much to Sapphire. He still needs 1 second, but Sapphire here will definitely be out. So Hazard needs 1 more person to overtake. There's still 2 more rounds, including this one with 2 eliminations. And Marius is saving maybe a bit too much. Dumped a bit too far up there, but
gun short
there. Gunshore gun gets overtaken by Hazard. And let's see who survives the ending. Also, Mrotw with the release. Marius and Hazard are clean with it. So Mrotw as well. And Gunshore gun and Sapphire are out.
Yeah, Gunshore tried, but unfortunately couldn't quite make it, and is maybe a little bit upset about that clip in chat as well. It was a very strong performance, though. Again, no idea if that is someone who's just using a different name this week, Turbo, or if that is actually just someone we've not seen before. But you'd kind of assume, usually, when someone puts on a run that strong, that it is just someone using a different name for a week.
Yeah, I think so as well, that someone is just fake naming or fake flagging or whatever, both things.
Yeah. Tends to be.
Last 2 KO rounds, so we only have a couple of rounds left here. After that, we will have the top 5. So it's getting dead serious in here. Liker is still in there. Eisner with the best start. And then Liker also on 6th place right now. So he needs to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, Ice has had a couple of rounds where the start has been a little bit difficult, but there's a big crash there. It is Jet Dark Titan who crashes fully at the end of the freewheel. Exactly where Scandir crashed earlier, pretty much, but we saw that Scandir still had enough players in the round to make that one work. This time around, not so much. So Mrotw will make a little bit of a mistake as well, and is now relying on Liker or one of these other players up the field to make a mistake. Nobody does at this point of the competition. I'm genuinely, Turbo, a little bit surprised at how consistent the players have made this finish.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well, but at this point they have cleared that over 25 times now, so they know what to aim for and they know what to do. So no one really fails it in the top 5. Let's see if this might be a decider in this next round, because Scandir also improved as well. Occurred again, he's 0.75 ahead of 2nd place. My guy, it's just what a giga chat.
It's really. Actually, it's crazy. Scandir is so good at this game. And he's in the top 5. Honestly, I expect Scandir to be in the top 1, but we will see. Anything could happen in these final rounds, because all 5 players remaining are absolutely top mini RPG players. It's Scandir, Liker, Hazard, Marius, and Ice. And for the 3rd round in a row, Ice is the slowest player off the start line.
Oh, but good jump here from Ice, not going for the touch there on top. Maybe this is not the way how to do it. And Hazard with a respawn.
Yeah.
He is in the mud. The others can save it. Marius is surely aware of that. And then Ice and Liker are as well. Scandir, I mean, he's on another planet right now. He's even, he's in another universe right now. So he will just win the round. Look how far ahead he is. Like, what time will that be from Scandir? Let's take a look. Scandir with just driving a 48.2. Why not? That's the equivalent of 3rd world record or 4th world record, let's say like that. And the others just save it. So Hazard is out. So my top 2 prediction in the mud.
Yeah, it is just such a punishing jump at the start. That checkpoint is so far away from the quarter pipe that you really need to, I think even in these late rounds, consider safing a little, right? Like, you can make up a couple of tenths on other parts of the map, but just making sure you get through that jump is so important, because if you fail, because you're going for it risky, you are instantly going to lose 6 or 7 seconds, and there is no coming back after that.
Yeah, that's true. And, well, this is just one of the things that happened to Mr. Hazard. All right, so let's go into the next round here, as Liker did not have the best start all along, so let's maybe follow him and see what he can do for Team Red and Blue, I think it's called.
Yep.
Is it called Team Red Blue?
I think it's Team Red Blue, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, Liker's starts haven't been great, but Ice has consistently been the last player off the start line, and that's going to be the end of Ice's competition, missing that jump. We were literally just talking about it, right?
Okay.
It is,
I thought it was Liker, never mind.
No, yeah, I mean, look, Ice has missed the jump altogether, and so, Ice is going to be gone. Again, you said it, like Marius, if no other player is going to be fully aware that he can save this one, and I kind of expect at this point all three of these players are aware of it, except Scandir, who I think has probably heard of the concept of safing and has no interest in it.
Yeah, and he's on another great time. This could even be the second world record yet again. Yeah, I mean, just drive a 48.15, just, you know, just because you can. I mean, Marius at this point already can mentally prepare to the grand final, but this is just unmatched pace from Scandir. Like, this is like the only thing that is standing between him and the victory is his mindset, or like his like just performing under pressure. But I think he will do that. So top three we have, it is Ice who's out, Liker, Marius, and Scandir. I think it will be a Marius Scandir final, and Scandir will win it. But I hope we're gonna see something crazy happening now.
Fingers crossed. And we did see something a little bit interesting at the end of that round. I don't know if you caught it, but Liker went for that kind of jump you were talking about early on, where he takes the risky jump into the safe fin and actually lost time to Marius, who did the normal safe fin. Now, Liker didn't do that perfectly, and there may be time to gain there, but Marius just driving the normal safe fin did do it successfully. Marius, with a poor start, is a little ways behind, but it comes down to this jump. If any of these three players fail it, it's over. All three are through safely.
Yeah, Liker not with the best gear though from that jump. So Marius coming a bit closer and has more speed. So we have a good fight here that is brewing up here for that second place. Oh, and Liker is out.
Yeah.
Marius versus Scandir in the final.
Yeah, there's not going to be mistakes. Look, we could talk about it. We could pretend, oh, maybe Liker has a chance if one of these two players crash. But it's Scandir and it's Marius, and so there's literally no chance of that happening.
Marius will save.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Marius cruises around. He's 1.9 seconds behind Scandir, a second and a half away from his world record. But at this point, it doesn't matter. It's Scandir versus Marius. It's week 23 of season 3 of Mini RPG of the Week, and it's a top 2 that I think you could almost call from the very beginning.
Nah, I mean, if Hazard didn't go out,
yeah,
no chance there. Like, then maybe not, but other than that, yeah, Marius looks to be performing very well in this tournament. But I think that is it, guys. GG's to Belgium. Scandir will win the Mini RPG week, season 3, week 23. GG's.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe we see Scandir turtled up here. We don't. Let's just wait and see. We're on board with Scandir because we're going to see what kind of time in this final does Scandir end up setting, because we'll assume that on pure pace right now, Marius is not going to catch up.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, Scandir just extends his lead here from checkpoint to checkpoint. Marius is even... I mean, he loses 0.2 of a second, even though he did not have a bad sector there. But let's see. What time will it be? Will it be a sub 48 from Scandir? Looking good. And this will be a 47.97. Yeah, I mean, no one could have beaten that time anyway. Scandir, you're an absolute madman.
Congratulations to Scandir. Absolutely insane performance in yet another mini RPG of the week. I'm actually not sure how many wins that bumps him up to, but it's a lot. Scandir has won an awful lot in this competition. And Turbo, do you know what that means? It means that we're coming to the end of week 23 of mini
May is a good spot to have. So I hope nothing will be really like interfering with that. But yeah, that's awesome. So guys, already mark that in your calendar. I already have the pen for you. So you just
Yeah,
have to take it.
absolutely. You got to take Turbo's pen. Reach out, take it now. And of course, as always, keep an eye on Twitter and on the RPG Discord as more details are released over the coming weeks and months as well. For now, the dates are known. I should definitely have them written down in front of me. All I can remember that it's in May because my brain is fried as much as Turbo is. Turbo, that's going to wrap it up for this week. I mean, we got to do the announcement. I'm so happy you were here for it as well. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, it was very cool. Also, the whole week was very nice, other than me being fucking sick. Sorry for the cursing, yeah. But
No,
I think
it's
that
fair.
should be fine,
Yeah, that's
But,
absolutely the vibe.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me as well, for asking me. It was a lot of fun also to join the non-player side, the casting side, because I really like to play this event. But yeah, guys, make sure to follow Nura Lake. Make sure to sub to him as well. It's September right now. I already see a primer in chat. So make sure to support. And also hit the follow button and join the Discord to do this, that, you know that drill.
All of it. Make sure to follow Turbo on Twitter as well and on Twitch. Make sure you follow Turbo. Make sure you follow just everyone. Just have a good time. Look after yourselves. We'll see you back for next week of Mini RPG of the Week. It's week 24 of season 3. And even with the LAN announcement, we are heading towards the season 3 finale as well. We'll see you next week. We'll see you at the season 3 finale. And next year, we will see you in France. Have a good one, everyone.
She said sometimes I just float away, fall asleep until the break of day. I wait for no one till I'm ready. Don't get me up, don't get me up, don't get me up till I'm awake. She said, son, it's time to start the day. Don't get me up, no, don't get me up till I'm awake. She said, son, it's time to start the day. Don't get me up, no, don't get me up till I'm awake. She looks back at me